Welcome to FM Corner. I'm Danny Koontz, your host. I'm Director of Relationship Management for Windy City Equipment. Today we're going to talk about power in the workplace. There's several different kinds of power in the workplace. Talk about those today and then kind of see where do you fall. What pieces of those? I think there's 6 that we're going to talk about today. Which one or which ones are you? Is that where you want to be? Or is there another type of power that you would like to be at some point? Is there one you don't want to be? So let's speak about those today. The first one is legitimate power. That's the title that someone holds. They're in a position where they speak up. They typically don't dominate conversations, but they're offering advice or they're offering a different way to look. And the reason that most people listen to that is it's because their title suggests they have earned that role. So they're not dominating, they're not necessarily telling you what to do, but they're speaking to you and they're listening to you with what options may be, a different way to look at it, some information they may share that helps you figure out what the conversation is. They show confidence because they've been through many of these situations. And that's what's led to the title that they have earned. And now they are helping you or others as they go along. That's legitimate power. The second power we talk about is expert power. And that's a person, obviously, as the name implies, is an expert. Just like for most of us. When your computer goes down and it doesn't work, I go to the guy in IT. Why do I go to the guy or lady in IT? Because they're the expert. That's what they do. If I'm trying to fix an oven, I probably don't go to the guy in IT. But if I'm trying to fix a computer and what's wrong with my system, that's who I'm going to. He's an expert, he or she, in their field. So they're an expert power. There are certain things that they are very good at and they are trained to help with, take care of, resolve, whatever it may be. That's expert power. The third power we talk about is connection power. A person has the ability to create relationships. That's what I look at that I do. Create relationships. Have a way to communicate with people. I'm able to build relationships with people. I help people achieve their goals. Those same people help me achieve my goals. It goes both ways because we have a connection. You gain that connection power through the new relationships you build, through nurturing the relationships you have, and typically you have a way to avoid a petty grievance. It just doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So I just don't really have to deal with it. It's not a big deal. I'll move past it. The other person's going to move past it too because of the relationship that we built. So relationship is the third type. Connection power. Next one is reward power. Maybe you're in a type of position that you can provide desirable consequences. Okay, if you get this project done in X amount of time and it's on time and on budget, this is what I give to you. It's not necessarily you that they're buying into. They're buying into the reward that you have the ability to put upon them should they take care of a project correctly or whatever the answer may be. It's reward power. It can be as simple as it's not something you're giving to them. It's positive feedback to a team member who's done something well. Or maybe they didn't even do it well, but they worked on it really hard and they did the absolute very best that they could. Positive feedback. It goes a long way. That's a reward in itself. Someone telling you you've done a good job, or someone telling you, I'm glad you're part of our team. Reward means many things. It can be you get it on time, on budget, you get days off, you get a bonus, whatever that may be. Also the reward of positive comments, recognition of a job well done or attempted to be done well under unbelievable circumstances, whatever that may be. Those are both important. Always remember, thoughtful words always matter. That's reward power. The next one, coercive power. Bosses certainly have them. They have the ability to promote, fire, demote, It's one way to do it, but there's also another way. Coercive power is keeping people satisfied, listening, talking, having a plan, the ability to move that plan to people and get them to buy in. That's coercive power. A lot of CEOs have this. They have that ability they have a plan, they have a mission, they have something they're thinking about and they want done. And they have that ability to speak to you or your other team members about it and get you to buy in. That's coercive power because they're moving you to the direction they want you to be in. They're selling you with an idea to move the company along. Be generous in praise. That moves people to your line of thinking. It's another way to coerce people and move them the direction you want to go. Last but not least, we have referent power. It's respect. It's like trusting others is that type of power. You gain it by listening to other people. From the previous episode, we spoke about what a good listener is. Most of these folks, they're good listeners. They take the time to listen. They offer suggestions, a different way to think about something to help you get to the end goal. They honor their contributions. They do what they can to be liked and respected without compromising their values. Liked and respected. You've heard many times somebody say, if I got to pick one or the other, I want respect. You actually want both. And that's the ultimate that someone wants to get to. You want to be respected for the job you do, but you also want to be a good person. Do people like you? Outside of what you do in the office, they like you as a person or as a team member, a peer, whatever that may be. So work toward that, contribute to that value and help. We spoke about 6 types of power today: legitimate, expert, connection, reward, coercive, and referent. Which one are you? Which one do you want to be? I'm a connection person. I want to be a referent power person. That what I do is respected and that I have great relationships and people genuinely like me as a person. That's where I would want to be. Where do you want to be? Which one? That's our talk for today on power in the workplace. Thanks again to everybody for listening. I look forward to speaking with you next time. Thank you.